Recession. A temporary economic decline. A recession is a period of temporary economic decline characterized by a decrease in GDP, employment, and industrial production. It typically lasts for a few months to a couple of years and is often marked by reduced consumer spending, layoffs, and a slowdown in business activities. Recessions are common and can be triggered by various factors, such as changes in market confidence or economic policy. Depression. A more severe economic crisis. A depression is a prolonged, severe economic downturn that lasts for several years and has a much more significant impact on the economy. Unlike a recession, a depression can result in mass unemployment, drastic declines in industrial production, widespread business failures, and deflation. Depressions are rare but historically devastating, such as the Great Depression of the 1930s. Recession. Short-term effects on the economy. During a recession, the economy experiences a contraction, but the effects are usually temporary. Consumer confidence drops, but businesses and governments typically take steps to stabilize the economy, such as monetary stimulus or tax cuts. Recessions often result in temporary job losses, reduced consumer spending, and slower economic growth. Depression. Long-term effects on jobs and growth. A depression, in contrast, is marked by extended periods of economic contraction and far-reaching consequences for both individuals and businesses. Unemployment rates may remain high for years, and the recovery process can take decades. Unlike a recession, which often rebounds after corrective measures, a depression may require massive interventions to stabilize the economy. Recession. Occurs frequently in economic cycles. Recessions are considered a natural part of the economic cycle, with periods of growth often followed by short-term contractions. Most recessions are relatively mild and are a result of factors such as inflation, rising interest rates, or external shocks. The economy generally recovers through fiscal or monetary policies aimed at boosting demand and restoring growth. Depression. Rare but more damaging. Depressions are much rarer than recessions and have more devastating and far-reaching effects. For example, the Great Depression saw global unemployment rates soar and economies contract sharply. The recovery took many years, and the global economic system was permanently altered by the crisis, with governments adopting more aggressive economic policies to prevent future depressions. Recession can be managed with economic policies. Governments and central banks can usually manage a recession through measures such as lowering interest rates, increasing government spending, or providing financial support to businesses and workers. These interventions can help shorten the duration and minimize the damage, often leading to a relatively quick recovery. Depression requires major structural changes. A depression requires more drastic and long-term interventions to address the deep structural issues within the economy. This might include large-scale public works, banking reforms, and changes in how governments handle fiscal and monetary policy. The recovery from a depression is slow and involves rebuilding entire sectors of the economy. Recession versus depression. Key differences in severity. The key difference between a recession and a depression is their severity and duration. A recession is a normal part of the business cycle, usually short-lived and less destructive. A depression, however, is a rare, prolonged economic collapse that leads to long-lasting negative effects on unemployment, business operations, and overall economic stability.